City. It's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Okay, let's get started. It's time for Yes! So, Ice Cube is weighing in on Kendrick Lamar, the N-word drama that happened. Do you remember we were talking about the young lady that he pulled on stage, Kendrick did, and had her, you know, do part of his song with him, and the N-word was part of it, and she said the N-word, and Kendrick stopped the music. It became all dramatic. Well, a lot of people were very, very upset by Kendrick doing it, feeling that he set her up. And Ice Cube was asked what his thoughts were, and so this is what Ice Cube said.
Don't invite people on your stage if you don't want them singing your songs, you know. That's basically what it is. You know, everybody know what the songs are. And, you know, I think it could have been avoided if the fans stay in their seats, the artists, you stay on the stage and do your job.
In our morning meeting, there was one person who was present who said that Ice Cube sounds old for saying that. Which, you know, Ice Cube is from a different era where, you know, it was about the artist shining on stage, and then every once in a while, you know, you pull a girl on stage, or maybe some of your friends would come on, but now it's like gang style on stage. You got the too many security to protect you from too many of your haters if you're an artist. Then you got too many of your boys and them on stage. And then too many girls from Instagram on stage. And then your mother and her friends are so proud that you made it out. And mom is still young, so she's on stage too. So the stage situation these days does get a bit ridiculous. I mean, after a while, you're looking around, you're squinting, you're like, wait, where is Kendrick? You know? But I understand what Ice Cube was saying, and it really should be about the artist and their music. I'm surprised that Kendrick Lamar is this kind of artist. I mean, I don't know him for being the type of artist to bring so many people, or to, you know, I don't know him for bringing a girl on stage and trying to set her up like that, but to me that was a clear setup too. We talked about this the other day. I said, well, the N-word was in the lyrics. You brought her up there and you were setting her up just so we talked about it. Here's why I think Ice Cube was annoyed though. Because Kendrick has a Pulitzer and he doesn't. Well, think about it. Kendrick Lamar is the first rapper to ever have a Pulitzer Prize. Listen, Ice Cube and his generation of rappers are the first to do a whole hell of a lot of stuff. LL Cool J has a doctorate. Ice Cube has passed more benchmarks in rap and business than a whole lot of people. Dr. Dre is a billionaire, you know? But with all they have, they don't have a Pulitzer. And that could be something enviable, wouldn't you agree? Yes. In its own little way? Yeah. Put that back up there. Who'd you rather? Okay, Kendrick, clap. Ice Cube, clap. Hey, O'Shea, you still got it. There was this woman who was here, I think earlier this week, and she asked me during Ask Wendy, I talk to you as if you watch our show every day. I know you have a schedule in between. But so if you happen to be somebody who watches every day, do you remember earlier this week there was this woman here and she asked me about her son is a senior in high school about to go to post-prom, and post-prom is a whole weekend in upstate New York, and she and her husband wanted to go up there and get a hotel room around the corner. And I was like, don't be corny, you know, let him go. His friends are going, it's a post-prom, but it's a weekend, you know what I mean? Well, I'm doing tough talk because I thought our post-prom was the night of. I just got gobsmacked that Kev's post-prom is a weekend also at the Jersey Shore. So I had to take my own advice. You know, I told the woman at Ask Wendy, I was like, look, Mom, you can't just show up and make a cornball out of your son, even though at that point, you know, senior year, he won't have to deal with those kids anymore anyway, but don't let him ride out corny style with you and your husband, you know, parked up around the corner and all spying on him. Let him go and have his fun and make sure he's got lots of gas in his phone and make sure that, you know, he answers his phone when you call him or you text, you know, back and forth, and don't be a pain in the behind mother. So I had to take my own advice. Prom is coming up. It's not even like the prom dates these days are girlfriends, they're just girls, which almost makes it even more dangerous for post-prom because that means all bets are off with everybody, you know what I mean? The whole Jersey Shore is yours, you know? They're going as friends, you know what I mean? Yeah, so none of that. Look, I've got on my mom outfit, so I'm very much in mom mode. My mom dress. Post-prom. How dare them? Hotels and stuff. Anyway, so Prince Harry, no, I don't want to talk about the royals either, but this is for a different reason. No, I'm talking. But Prince Harry's raising eyebrows because remember we were talking about the list at the wedding, some of the guests that were there, and we made mention that a few of his exes were there. One particular girl, one particular ex, he had had an ongoing relationship with for 5 years. 7 years, that's even worse, because Harry's only 33.
3, yeah.
3, right, so that's like half of his life. 7 years, her name is Chelsy. So Chelsy was invited to the wedding. Remember, we showed, this picture went around viral saying, this is the, you know, he's the one who got away, that should be me up there. Well, Harry and Chelsy apparently had a tearful closure goodbye telephone call the week before the wedding. And I'm like, how do we know this? Well, Vanity Fair. And how do they know this? A leak, one of Chelsea's people, leaked it to Vanity Fair. So I don't know whether he called her or she called him or whatever, but these two had, apparently they're saying this Chelsy was hysterical crying on the phone. Crying about what? I don't know. Why are you marrying Meghan? Why couldn't you have worked out? They're saying that one of the reasons that Chelsy and Harry broke up after a 7-year relationship was because Chelsy was tired of the constant scrutiny of the spotlight. She was real tired of it. I briefly remember those years when they were together. What do you make of that? Do you think that he'll probably Camilla her? 7 years in a 33-year-old man's life is a long time. The idea that he felt it necessary to get on the phone with a boo-hoo closure call the week before, and I don't care that he's a royal. It's just, you know, and then she, you know what? I bet you Meghan probably doesn't even care. You know why? Because Meghan got her sparkler. Meghan is now also entitled to, you know, unfortunately, this only works in the kingdom where men truly are entitled to do kind of what they do in terms of who they invite to the wedding. You know, Charles had Camilla there and William, who you all think is so great, with Kate, who's probably sick and tired of Meghan attention right now. Who do you think is more sick of Meghan attention, Kate or Kim Kardashian? Right? Right? Because we haven't been able to focus on either one of them. Everybody's talking about Meghan. All right, so, but my thing is that Meghan has given up a lot and certainly been through a lot in this first week of her duties. Now we find out there was a closure call and this girl is still, you know, on the swarm. I wonder if Meghan knew that she was invited to the wedding, other than when she got there and she said, "Isn't that girl?" There's certain times when you just marry, though, for a title, and one of those times definitely would be to be a princess. You know, I mean, you know, Harry's okay. He used to be better looking to me before he cut his hair. His hair, he almost looks like he's about to catch a William. You know, he's about to catch a William. And but he's still okay. But Meghan will probably live her life as she wants to live it, as long as she does it out of Hot Topics and out of the pages of Vanity Fair, whatever she wants to do. If she wants to keep her citizenship and still hang out, you know, in California, or she wants to... She certainly would be entitled, as long as she just secures the baby first. Secure the baby. Mm-hmm. One more person in our meeting said that they believe that Meghan and Harry are really, really in love. I said, no, well, I believe that Harry might be really, really in love with her, but Meghan is probably, like a lot of us, I think, is probably more in love with the idea of like the kingdom. And you can't help it. Harry is just one man versus millions of dollars and diamonds and tiaras and station in life forever. Forever. She will always be a queen or a princess, even if she divorced him. Her kids would always be special, even if she divorced him. Oh, God. And I still don't care. Do you know Tess Holiday? She's this plus-size model, Tess Holiday. Do you know her? Well, she is slamming this app that slimmed down her body. And boy, oh boy, does she have every right to. She's 32 years old, and she's very popular. And she realized that her photo was being used as a sponsored ad in a pop-up on Instagram. Just so happens it popped up on her Instagram. Can you imagine her scrolling through her own Instagram and seeing this? She was mortified. So she reposted the ad and wrote, "The fact anyone thinks this is okay to market is appalling. Never let anyone make you feel like you need to alter your appearance." She also went on to say, "As for this bogus app, my lawyers will be sliding in your DMs, boo." The problem is that, and I get exactly what she's saying, and she definitely has like a good lawsuit going on here, but people stupid enough to make something this obvious to everyone else don't have the money to deal with lawsuits, and you're not gonna get anything from it, Tess, other than making us aware that people do try to shame, and whatever this product is not really a product. It's, what would you call that? Photo? Is that not a moisturizer?
I think it's maybe like a Photoshop kind of app.
Well, Tess, take it as far as you can take it and then leave it alone, because these people probably don't have the kind of money you'd be looking for the hurt that they've caused you. And then it's, how do you get there? Are you gonna drive? No. Does she drive? No, because they're not a couple. Then who are you going with? Like, how do you get there? Where do you park? Anyway, Angelina Jolie is furious with Brad Pitt over they've got this ongoing custody battle, you know what I mean? It's not over, even though for right now, Angelina has custody of their 6 children, but it's not over, so that's just a temporary custody thing. Look at the kids. It's a veritable gang, right? And they got their moms back no matter what, especially that little Shiloh. Is that Shiloh there with the blue?
Let me look. No. In the blue, I think that is Vivian.
Vivian looks frightened. Just, Vivian has had it up to here with the paparazzi. Well, pictures like that make you wish that you had more than 1 or 2 kids, right? No? A big family? No? Then you are my people. It's a lot of kids. Anyway, so Angelina wants to take their 6 children with her to film in London. She's filming Maleficent 2 in London, and she's got the custody right now, but she's still battling with Brad, and now Brad's lawyers and people are zooming in and preventing her from doing so. So she's already signed her movie contract. Maleficent was a hit for her, I guess, the first time around. I didn't see it. That was the one with the horns. It did a good job for her. So she's going to do that. And she said, well, yeah, I have full-time custody until we work this out. So why wouldn't she think that the kids would be coming with her to London, all 6 children? And I don't think that that's a big pain in the neck, nor do I think it's a stretch. I don't think she's going to be spending every single moment with him. In our morning meeting, someone said, gosh, that would be the time for her to just say, Brad, take the kids. I'm going to London for the summer to have a good time. I said, no. This is the time to play Mother Superior. You know, you bring the kids with you. You can still have a good time, all that money that they have. You know, those kids are on separate floors in the hotel 5 miles away. Never to be heard from until it's time to return to LA. One looking after the other. They got all their teachers and stuff there and everything. So I don't think that she's a mother, like where the kids are all up on her. You know, though, you should have had your people, though, Angelina. Call Brad's people and just say, look, you know, I just signed on to do this movie and all the kids are going to come with us. Unless you want to, you know, ping pong back and forth, just let me know. You send the jet or I'll send the jet or we send the jets. This is rich people's problems. It's really not a big deal to me in terms of that. The bigger deal for me is that Angelina probably has a deep-seated problem that Brad Pitt is involved with a woman who is anything but Angelina Jolie. Well, you know, he's been involved with this, you better smell that MIT education. Remember, I told you she's a doctor, somebody or another, and she's a professor. Her name is Neri Oxman. And they've been dating for a moment. And he's shown up at the campus, like not to carry her books or anything, but, you know, might as well have, like not to speak, but just they've been around publicly speaking. And when you get with an MITite, age appropriate, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, been keeping him on a sober path of soberness. Oh, yes. Yeah. She's very, very smart, and this is a very good look for Brad in terms of fighting for custody for the kids. You know what I mean? I mean, not that he probably wants full custody of all 6 kids. I mean, maybe the best 3? When do they start going off to college? Soon?
Hopefully soon, because Maddox is 16, so.
Maddox is 16, okay. And Vivian, the youngest one, is what, 10?
She's 9.
No, they got years of headaches to go. Well, good luck. Suzanne, I like your cut.
Oh, thank you
I mentioned
so much.
it to you earlier.
Yes, thank you.
It looks really good with the earrings.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cut it short.
Yeah.
For the summer.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Thank you.
What are you doing?
I got like a whole summer look going on. I know, I got earrings.
Welcome.
Threw some color on.
Yeah, well, the weekend's here.
Thank you. I'm just trying to step it up a little bit every now and then.
It looks very nice, Suzanne.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you.
Anyway. So, you know, Mama June is still with us. Well, does anybody still watch? Clap if you do. Okay, you got it. So Mama June from Hot to Not is presently on TV, and there's actually a new season. And here's, well, okay. excuse me. She can't see out of this eye. Exactly. Now, take back your thoughts, and let's continue on. I'd rather do this than a patch, though, right? Little mascara. Mama June from Hot to Not, the new season trailer is out. And it looks like that June has gained a few pounds. Well, but she also may have a new husband. Well, you take a look and then we'll discuss.
Nothing will stop her. Well, almost nothing.
Put your butt in. You need like a 12. You were in a 4.
I've gained a few pounds.
They'll need all the help they can get.
I'm here to put a crown on your head. You ready to put the work in? Okay, we're not the Clydesdales.
Is this family headed for 2 royal weddings?
I'm gonna marry somebody today.
Gino can be the father figure of Alana and Pumpkin.
I want to marry you right here.
The question right there.
You have lost your Fruit Loop in mind.
Or 1 royal mess?
Well, there you have it. So, I'll break down what's happening. She's gained a few pounds, but not so much. A lot of times when people lose a lot of weight, they end up gaining a few pounds back. As far as the eye, I couldn't really figure it out because she's the one who said that she lost sight in one of her eyes, right?
Yep.
But what does she have, a Fetty Wap, where she doesn't wear it? Anyway, she went from a size 4 to a size 12 dress. Gino, she asked Gino to marry her, and her daughter Pumpkin's wedding is on the same day. So it's supposed to be the clash of this is so scripted, it's ridiculous. So June's wedding and Pumpkin's wedding is supposed to be on the same day. In the meantime, Sugar Bear and his wife are nowhere in sight. And you recall, when last we talked about Sugar Bear, it was up for question as to whether he's Honey Boo Boo's father. In the meantime, Honey Boo Boo and June, no, I like the one of Honey Boo Boo on by herself. Yep, so we can see the full effect. Yep. Oh, well, that's Honey Boo Boo now, and as you can see, she loves growing up hip hop. She's on the red carpet. The notorious HBB. She and her mom are going to be doing some sort of mother-daughter pageant contest or something like that, where they're judging other people while they have a contest. So there are a whole bunch of scripted parts in Mama June from Not to Hot. It premieres the new season, if you care. Premieres on June 15th on WeTV. I like Honey Boo Boo, I'm just not interested in that. That's all. Well, you can do a little better than that, can't you? We got more great show for you. Our friend George Duran is here. He's been here before in the Wendy kitchen, and today he's gonna show us some delicious Memorial Day recipes. But up next, we're gonna break down the summer's hottest movies. I think you're gonna like them, so grab a snack.